everyday suspense, where every night begins with a new mystery. If you enjoy our stories, subscribe now so you never miss the next adventure. Now, get comfortable, close your eyes, and let tonight's story begin. At exactly 2:17 a.m., Detective Noah Carter received a phone call. The voice on the other end said only 6 words. "The train has finally come back." Then, the line went dead. 37 minutes later, Noah was standing on the abandoned Platform 9 of Ashcroft Station, watching a steam train slowly emerge from the darkness. According to every official record, that train had disappeared 50 years ago. But that wasn't the impossible part. As the doors opened, the passengers stepped onto the platform, smiling, calm, unaware of anything strange, because every single one of them had been declared dead half a century earlier. Chapter 1. The call at exactly 2:17 a.m. The phone rang. One ring, then another. The caller ID displayed only one word: unknown. Noah answered without speaking. For 3 seconds, neither of them said a word. Then, a calm voice whispered, "Detective, the train has finally returned." Click. The line went dead. Noah looked at the screen. No number, no recording, no trace of the call. He immediately opened the cold case file lying on his desk. Across the front, someone had written in red ink, "Ashcroft Station exactly 1 year ago." His partner had received the same phone call 3 hours later. He vanished. No witnesses, no body, no evidence. Only an abandoned car, parked outside Platform 9. 41 minutes later, Noah parked beside the rusted station entrance. The station had officially closed 50 years earlier. No trains stopped here. No electricity reached the building. No tracks were still connected to the National Railway. Yet, as he stepped onto Platform 9, a station loudspeaker suddenly came to life. Its voice cracked through decades of silence. "Attention, passengers. Train number 9 is now arriving." Noah slowly turned toward the tracks. There was nothing. Only darkness. Then, very far away, a single white light appeared, growing larger, closer, brighter. The steel rails beneath his feet began to vibrate. The air filled with the unmistakable sound of an approaching steam engine. Noah checked his watch. 2:17 a.m. Exactly 1 minute later, a black steam train rolled silently out of the darkness, as if it had never disappeared at all. Chapter 1. Part 2. The first passenger. The train came to a complete stop. No screeching brakes, no burst of steam, only silence. The conductor stepped onto the platform first. His polished shoes touched the concrete with slow, deliberate precision. He carried an old brass pocket watch. He opened it, looked at the time, then smiled. Right on schedule. Noah didn't answer. His eyes remained fixed on the train. The first passenger stepped down. An elderly woman, grey coat, small leather suitcase. She paused for only a moment, as if waiting for someone to greet her. Then she began walking toward the station exit, completely ignoring Noah. The second passenger followed, a young businessman carrying a black briefcase, then a little girl holding a stuffed rabbit, then a soldier, then a nurse, then an elderly couple. Every one of them looked perfectly calm, not frightened, not confused, just ordinary. Noah's breathing slowed. His detective instincts had already noticed something impossible. None of the passengers carried anything made after the 1970s. Their clothes, their watches, their luggage, even their hairstyles, belonged to another time. He opened the worn leather file beneath his arm. The first photograph stared back at him. Margaret Ellis, age 72, missing since October 17, 1976. Noah slowly looked up. The elderly woman with the grey coat was walking only 30 feet away. Exactly the same face. Not older, not younger. Exactly as she appeared in the missing person photograph. His heart skipped once. He turned another page. James Holloway, age 34, missing, October 17, 1976. The businessman, same tie, same briefcase, same face. Noah quickly flipped through more pages, one after another. Every passenger stepping off the train already existed inside the file. Every single one reported missing, declared legally dead, nearly 50 years ago. He lowered the file. The conductor quietly watched him. "You seem surprised." Noah finally spoke. "Who are these people?" The conductor smiled. "Passengers. They disappeared." "No. They arrived." The answer settled between them. Simple, calm, completely impossible. Before Noah could ask another question, a sharp whistle echoed behind him. He turned. The little girl with the stuffed rabbit had stopped walking. She was staring directly at him, not smiling, not afraid, simply waiting. Slowly, she walked back toward him. Her small shoes made almost no sound. When she stood only a few feet away, she raised the rabbit toward him. "Can you hold him?" Noah hesitated, then gently accepted the toy. It was surprisingly warm, as though someone had been holding it only moments before. The little girl leaned closer. Her voice was barely louder than a whisper. "My mother says, don't let them close the tunnel again." Noah frowned. "What tunnel?" The little girl's eyes widened, as if she had suddenly realized she wasn't supposed to say anything. She stepped backward. The train whistle blew again. This time, longer, louder. She immediately turned around and ran back toward the passengers. Noah looked down at the stuffed rabbit still resting in his hands. Something felt strange. It was heavier than a child's toy should have been. He gently pressed its stitched body. His fingers touched something hard, hidden inside. A folded piece of paper. Very carefully, he opened a small tear along one seam. A tightly folded note slid into his hand, yellow with age. Written in blue ink. Only one sentence. If train 9 returns, someone inside the station has been waiting 50 years to kill again. Noah's expression changed. This was no longer a missing person case. Somewhere, inside Ashcroft Station, a murderer had been waiting for half a century. Chapter 1, Part 3. The body in the waiting room. Noah folded the note and slipped it into his coat pocket. He looked up. The little girl had disappeared into the crowd. The passengers continued walking toward the station as though nothing unusual had happened. No one was speaking loudly. No one looked frightened. It felt less like people arriving after 50 years, and more like people returning home after an ordinary journey. The conductor checked his pocket watch once more, then closed it. You have exactly 27 minutes. Noah turned toward him. 27 minutes until what? The conductor calmly adjusted one of his white gloves. Until departure. The train won't wait. What happens if it does? It never has. The conductor stepped back toward the locomotive. Without another word, he vanished inside the first carriage. Noah looked at his own watch. 2:21 a.m. 27 minutes. He had no idea what would happen when the train left. But something told him he couldn't let it leave without answers. A loud crash echoed from inside the station. Glass shattered. Someone screamed, not in fear, in shock. Noah ran through the entrance, across the ticket hall, toward the old waiting room. Several passengers stood frozen near the doorway. No one moved. No one spoke. They simply stared inside. Noah pushed through them. The waiting room looked untouched by time. Wooden benches. Old travel posters. A vending machine that shouldn't have worked. And in the center of the room, a man lay face down on the floor. Blood slowly spread beneath him. Fresh. Bright red. Impossible. Every passenger here should have been dead for 50 years. Yet this man had just been murdered. Noah knelt beside the body. No pulse. Still warm. He carefully rolled the man onto his back. His breath caught. The victim wasn't in the missing person file. No. He knew this face. Chief Inspector Richard Hale, the detective who had led Daniel Brooks' disappearance investigation. Officially retired, officially alive. Until now. Noah frowned. What are you doing here? There was no answer, only silence. Then, he noticed something strange. Hale's right hand was tightly closed, almost clenched into a fist. Noah gently opened the fingers. Inside, a single train ticket, stamped, Ashcroft Station. Train No. 9. Date, October 17th, 1976. Noah turned the ticket over. Someone had written 3 words in black ink. Don't trust Elias, asterisk, asterisk. Elias. Noah whispered the name. He didn't know anyone named Elias connected to this case. Behind him, one of the passengers quietly spoke. I know him. Noah turned immediately. An elderly man stood near the doorway. Dark overcoat, round glasses, walking cane. unlike the others. He looked frightened. Truly frightened. You know Elias? Noah asked. The old man nodded. He sold the tickets. What tickets? The last tickets. Noah took one step closer. Who is Elias? The old man's lips trembled. He was the station master. A pause. But that's impossible. Noah narrowed his eyes. Why? The old man swallowed slowly. Because I watched him die before the train ever left. Silence filled the room. Noah felt every piece of the investigation shift. If Elias had died before train number 9 departed, then who had sold these passengers their tickets? Before Noah could ask another question, the station lights flickered. Once, twice, then every light went out. Darkness swallowed the waiting room. For 3 endless seconds, no one moved. Then, a match was struck somewhere behind Noah. A tiny flame illuminated a face. The conductor, standing only a few feet away. He smiled, then quietly said, "You've just found the first victim. The second one is still alive." Chapter 1, Part 4. The list of 7. Darkness swallowed the waiting room. Noah reached instinctively for his flashlight. Before he could switch it on, the conductor raised one hand. "Don't." His voice remained calm. "If you turn on the light, you'll miss what's happening." Noah didn't move. For a brief moment, the only sound inside the room was breathing. 7 different breaths. Slow, uneven. Someone was crying. Someone else was whispering prayers. Then, a soft metallic click echoed from somewhere deeper inside the station. Click, click, click. Like old railway switches changing direction. The conductor looked toward the hallway. "They're awake." Noah frowned. "Who's awake?" The conductor ignored the question. Instead, he extended his gloved hand, holding a folded envelope. "I was told to give you this." Noah accepted it. The paper felt dry. Old. The seal had already been broken. Inside, only a single sheet. At the top, someone had written the list of 7 below it. 7 names. 6 were neatly crossed out. Only one remained. Noah Carter, his heartbeat slowed. "What is this?" The conductor answered immediately. "The passenger list." "I'm not a passenger." The conductor looked directly into his eyes. "Not yet." Silence. Noah folded the paper. "There are people being murdered." "I know. You don't seem concerned." "I've seen this journey before." "What does that mean?" The conductor smiled sadly. "You'll understand when the train leaves." Before Noah could ask another question, a loud scream echoed from the corridor. This time, it wasn't shock. It was terror. Noah sprinted toward the sound. The narrow hallway led to the station's old baggage office. The door stood open. A young nurse, one of the passengers from the train, had collapsed against the wall. She pointed inside. Unable to speak, Noah stepped into the room. Empty shelves, broken luggage carts, dust everywhere. Except one clear trail, fresh footprints, leading toward the far wall. Then, simply stopping. No return prints. No hidden doorway. Nothing. As if someone had walked straight through solid brick. Noah crouched. The footprints were wet, not muddy. Water. He touched one carefully. Cold. Ice cold. A faint smell clung to his fingertips. Salt. Sea water. Ashcroft Station stood nearly 80 miles from the ocean. There was no reason for seawater to be here. Something glimmered near the final footprint. A brass button. Noah picked it up. Railway uniform. Stamped with tiny letters. EM behind him. The nurse finally found her voice. I saw him. Noah turned. Who? The man. What man? He walked into the wall, and the wall opened. Noah looked back. Solid brick. No cracks. No hinges. No mechanism. Only old stone. Then, his flashlight beam caught something almost invisible. One brick was warmer than the others. He pressed it. Nothing happened. Pressed again. Still nothing. The conductor quietly entered the room. Without looking, he touched a completely different brick. A deep rumble echoed beneath the floor. The wall slowly slid sideways, revealing a narrow staircase descending into darkness. Cold air drifted upward, carrying the smell of seawater and something else, fresh cigar smoke. Someone had gone down there only moments earlier. The conductor stepped aside. You wanted answers. He nodded toward the staircase. They're waiting below. Noah looked down into the darkness, then checked his watch. 2:31 a.m. Only 17 minutes remained before train number 9 departed forever. Chapter 1, Part 5. Beneath platform 9, Noah stood at the top of the staircase. The cold air drifting upward wasn't natural. It wasn't simply cold. It carried moisture, salt, and the unmistakable scent of burning tobacco. Someone had been here recently. Very recently. He removed a small flashlight from his coat. Its narrow beam disappeared into the darkness below. The staircase seemed endless. Stone steps, iron railings covered with rust, water dripping somewhere far beneath the station. Noah looked toward the conductor. You knew this tunnel existed. I know many things. Then come with me. The conductor slowly shook his head. I never leave the platform. Why? Because someone has to make sure the train leaves. And if it doesn't? The conductor's calm expression faded for the first time. It always leaves. But if it doesn't? He never finished the sentence. Instead, he closed the hidden doorway halfway. You have 14 minutes. Then he disappeared. Noah took a deep breath and began walking downward. The tunnel grew colder with every step. After nearly 200 stairs, the staircase finally ended. He found himself standing inside an underground railway platform. Not abandoned, not destroyed, perfectly preserved. Old brass lamps glowed along the walls. Dust covered almost nothing. Someone had been maintaining this place for decades. An old wooden sign hung above the platform. Platform 9, LOWER terminal. Noah frowned. There was no mention of a lower platform anywhere in the station blueprints. He had studied every map, every construction document, every renovation record. This place simply didn't exist. Yet here it was, waiting beneath the station. His flashlight swept across the tracks. The rails continued into a black tunnel. On the opposite side stood 7 wooden benches. 6 were empty. 1 wasn't. A man sat quietly, reading a newspaper. Noah approached carefully. The man looked to be in his late 60s. Gray hat, long black coat, thin glasses. He never looked up. "You took your time," the man said. "You've been expecting me?" "For 50 years." The newspaper slowly lowered. Noah froze. The photograph. He knew the face. Edward Monroe, former station engineer, declared dead in 1976. His body had never been found. Yet here he was, alive, exactly as he appeared in the old police photograph. "You can't be Edward Monroe." The old man smiled. "That's what everyone says." "You disappeared." "No, I stayed." Silence filled the platform. Noah sat on the bench opposite him. "I need answers." Edward folded the newspaper with surprising care. "Then stop asking the wrong questions. What happened to train number 9? Edward leaned forward. "Noah, the train isn't the mystery. The passengers aren't the mystery. The station isn't even the mystery." He pointed toward the darkness beyond the tracks. "The tunnel is." A distant metallic echo rolled through the underground chamber. Someone was walking, far inside the tunnel. One step, then another, slow, measured, as though they knew exactly where they were going. Noah turned his flashlight. Nothing, only darkness. He looked back. "Who's down there?" Edward didn't answer immediately. Instead, he reached into his coat pocket and removed an old silver key. Its handle was engraved with 2 letters. EM. The same initials Noah had seen on the brass railway button upstairs. Edward placed the key on the bench. "Your partner came here." Noah's heart skipped. "Daniel." Edward nodded. "1 year ago." "What happened to him?" He asked too many questions. "Who killed him?" "I didn't say he was dead." Noah stared at him. "You've seen him?" Edward looked toward the tunnel. "I've heard him." Those words sent a chill through Noah. "You heard him?" "Every October 17th. From inside the tunnel." Noah immediately stood. "Take me there." Edward remained seated. "You won't like what you find." "I'll decide that." The old engineer sighed, then slowly stood. His knees cracked with age. He picked up an old lantern hanging beside the bench. Its flame burned blue instead of orange. "Electric lights don't work beyond this point." "Why not?" Edward gave a faint smile. "They don't like electricity." "They?" Again, no answer. The 2 men walked toward the tunnel entrance. The deeper they went, the quieter everything became. Soon, even the dripping water disappeared. No echoes, no wind, no sound at all. It felt as though the tunnel itself was swallowing every noise. After several minutes, Edward suddenly stopped. He raised the lantern. There, Noah followed the light. On the wall, hundreds of names had been carved into the stone. Some fresh, some almost erased by time. Each name had a date beside it. 1976, 1983, 1994, 2001, 2015, 2025. People had B. Chapter 1, Part 6. The station master. The man did not move. Neither did Noah. The tunnel seemed to tighten around them, as though the darkness itself had stopped to listen. Edward lowered the blue lantern. His voice was barely a whisper. "Don't let him ask you the first question." Noah frowned. "Why?" "Because once you answer, he already knows what you'll do next." The station master smiled. "You always did talk too much, Edward." His voice was calm, polite, almost friendly. Nothing about him suggested violence. And somehow, that made him even more unsettling. Noah kept his flashlight fixed on the man's face. The brim of the old railway cap hid his eyes. Only the lower half of his face was visible. Clean shaven. No wrinkles. He looked no older than 40. Exactly the age shown in the station records. The day he supposedly died. "You must be Elias." The station master nodded once. "People still remember my name. They remember your death, so they were told. You didn't die." Elias laughed softly. "I've died many times, but never permanently." Noah ignored the strange answer. His attention shifted to the ticket in Elias's hand. It looked new, freshly printed. Yet the paper design belonged to another century. "Who are you waiting for?" Noah asked. Elias slowly raised the ticket. "For the last passenger." "I don't understand." "You will." He extended the ticket toward Noah. "Take it." Noah didn't move. "I'm not boarding that train." "I didn't ask whether you were. I asked you to take the ticket." Silence. Edward stepped closer. "Noah, don't touch it." Elias sighed. He's still trying to protect people. He always was sentimental. With one smooth movement, Elias placed the ticket on an old wooden crate beside the tunnel wall. "Very well. You'll pick it up later." Noah studied him carefully. Chief Inspector Hale was murdered upstairs. "I know. Did you kill him?" "No." "Who did?" "You'll meet the killer soon enough." "You expect me to believe that?" "I don't expect anything. I simply..." "No." The answer irritated Noah. Every response created two more questions. No real answers. Only more mystery. He took one slow step forward. "So let's stop speaking in riddles. What happened on October 17th, 1976? For the first time, Elias became completely still. The smile disappeared. His shoulders lowered. When he finally spoke, his voice carried something Noah hadn't heard before. "Regret. People think train number 9 disappeared. It didn't. They think everyone aboard died. They didn't. They think history ended that night. It didn't." He looked past Noah, toward the darkness behind them. It only began. Before Noah could reply, a sharp metallic sound echoed through the tunnel. Clang, 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 like someone striking iron against stone. Edward's face turned pale. No, he whispered. They're early. The sound came again, closer this time. Clang, clang, clang. Noah turned his flashlight toward the deeper tunnel. At first, nothing. Then, movement. Someone, or something, was dragging a heavy chain across the railway tracks. A dark silhouette slowly emerged from the shadows. Too far away to identify. Too close to ignore. The chain continued scraping across the ground. Its echo filled the underground station. Edward grabbed Noah's sleeve. We have to leave. Who is it? Edward didn't answer. His breathing became faster. Even Elias, the man who had seemed completely fearless, took one careful step backward. That was the first time Noah realized. Whatever was approaching, even the station master didn't want to meet it. Perfectly still. The chain fell silent. Then, a deep voice echoed through the tunnel. Another detective. A pause. Another slow breath. Just like the others. Noah narrowed his eyes. You know who I am? The figure chuckled. I knew your partner first. Noah's heart pounded. Daniel. The figure slowly lifted one hand and dropped something onto the railway track. It slid across the steel rail, stopping at Noah's feet. A small metal object. Noah bent down, picked it up. His blood ran cold. It was Daniel Brooks' FBI badge. The back of the badge was scratched with fresh words. 3 simple words. He is alive. Noah looked up instantly. The silhouette had disappeared. Only the chain remained, lying across the tracks. Edward closed his eyes. We're out of time. Noah checked his watch. 2:39 a.m. Only 9 minutes remained before train number 9 departed. And somewhere, in the darkness beneath Ashcroft Station, his missing partner might still be alive. Chapter 1, Part 7. The signal room. Noah closed his hand around Daniel's FBI badge. It wasn't old. It wasn't covered in rust. It wasn't even scratched by time. The metal still held the warmth of another human hand. Someone had touched it only minutes ago. Noah slowly looked down the tunnel. Nothing. The figure had vanished. No footsteps. No echo. No sound. Only the abandoned chain lying across the rails. Edward quietly picked up the lantern. We have to go. No. Noah's voice remained calm. If Daniel is alive, I'm not leaving. Edward stared at him for several long seconds, then nodded. I hoped you would say that. Without another word, the old engineer stepped over the chain. Instead of following the railway tracks, he turned toward a narrow maintenance corridor hidden behind a cracked stone pillar. Noah followed. The passage was barely wide enough for one person. Old copper pipes lined the ceiling. Some still carried warm steam. Others dripped icy water onto the floor. The air smelled different here. Less like an abandoned tunnel. More like a place that had never truly been forgotten. Someone maintained these pipes. Someone replaced broken valves. Someone cleaned the floor. Someone lived down here. After nearly 3 minutes of walking, Edward stopped before a heavy steel door. The faded paint revealed 2 words: Signal Room. The lock had been broken recently. Fresh tool marks surrounded the handle. Edward pushed gently. The door opened without resistance. The room beyond was frozen in another century. Massive control panels stretched from wall to wall. Hundreds of polished brass levers. Old telegraph machines. Mechanical clocks. Railway maps. Every instrument appeared operational. Nothing should have worked, yet every gauge was moving. Tiny green lights blinked quietly across the control board. A large wall clock displayed exactly 2:39. It hadn't gained or lost a single second. Noah walked toward the center console. A leather-bound logbook rested there. Someone had left it open. The last entry had been written only moments earlier. He began reading. October 17, 1976. Train number 9 departed on schedule. Passenger count 47. Crew count 6. Unexpected passenger added before departure. Destination changed by unauthorized signal. Operator initials. E.M. Noah immediately looked at Edward. You changed the destination. Edward slowly removed his glasses. I pulled the wrong lever. You expect me to believe that? No. I expect you to understand. He walked toward the enormous signal board. 47 tiny brass nameplates covered its surface. Each represented one passenger. Every plate was engraved by hand. Most were black. 7 were bright red. Edward pointed toward them. Those 7 never arrived. Noah counted silently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He looked closer. Every red plate carried a familiar name. Richard Hale, Daniel Brooks, Margaret Ellis, James Holloway. Several names Noah had already encountered. Then, the 7th, Noah Carter. His own name, engraved years before he had ever entered the station. His breathing slowed. Who made this? Edward answered quietly. It was already here. Impossible. I know. Noah reached toward the brass plate. The moment his fingertips touched it, every light inside the signal room went out. Complete darkness. The machinery stopped. The clocks stopped. Even the dripping water outside stopped. Silence. Absolute silence. Then, one single telegraph machine came to life. Click, click, click. It began tapping a message. No electrical power. No operator. Just the relentless rhythm of Morse code. Noah instinctively listened. Years of FBI training had taught him enough to recognize simple transmissions. Dot, dash, dot, dash. The message repeated. Again, again, again. Edward's face lost all color. No, he whispered. It found us. The telegraph continued. Noah translated the final sequence inside his mind. One word. Run. The steel door behind them slammed shut. Both men spun around. A heavy lock clicked into place. Then, footsteps. Not outside the room. Inside. slow, measured. Someone was walking between the rows of signal machines. Yet Noah's flashlight revealed nothing. Only empty aisles. Another step. Closer. Another. Closer still. Edward raised the blue lantern. Its flame suddenly bent sideways, as if someone invisible had just walked past it. Then, a calm, familiar voice echoed from somewhere in the darkness. "So, this is where you've been hiding." Noah's heart stopped for a moment. He knew that voice. Not Elias. Not the conductor. Not the man with the chain. This voice belonged to only one person. Daniel Brooks. His missing partner. But there was one problem. The voice wasn't coming from one direction. Chapter 1, Part 8. The voice behind the door. Knock. 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 The sound came again. Slow. Patient. Not the desperate pounding of someone trapped, but the measured knock of someone who knew they would eventually be invited inside. Noah raised his flashlight. The beam settled on the steel door. Nothing. No shadow beneath it. No movement. Only silence. Then Daniel's voice returned. Noah. This time, it sounded closer. Almost as if he were standing only a few feet away. Edward grabbed Noah's arm. "Don't answer." Noah didn't take his eyes off the door. "If that's really Daniel." "It isn't." Edward answered immediately. "It knows his voice." "What do you mean?" "It knows his voice." "I mean exactly what I said." The old engineer slowly backed away from the door. "I've heard your partner speak dozens of times over the last year. The real Daniel only spoke once. The rest weren't him." The room fell silent again. Then another sound appeared. A soft whistle. The exact same melody the little girl had been humming upstairs. Noah recognized it instantly. It wasn't random. It was a railway departure signal. 4 slow notes. Then 3 short ones. Edward suddenly looked toward the largest control panel. The signal. Noah followed his gaze. One of the brass levers, which had remained untouched for decades, was slowly moving by itself. No human hand touched it. Yet it continued. Click, 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 until it locked into a new position. Immediately, the giant railway map covering the wall lit up. Thin red lines spread across the tracks, one after another, like veins filling with blood. Every route remained dark, except one. A single glowing line connected Platform 9 to a destination that wasn't marked with any town, any city, or any station. Only one word: return. Noah stepped closer. "There wasn't a line here a second ago." "There never is," Edward whispered. "It only appears when the train is preparing to leave." The clock above the control board suddenly rang. One sharp bell. Noah looked up. 2:42 a.m. Only 6 minutes remained. The whistle echoed again. This time, from somewhere beneath the floor. Followed by another sound. Footsteps. Running. Not one person. Several. The heavy wooden floor trembled. Someone, or several people, were running directly underneath the signal room. Noah knelt. pressed one hand against the old floorboards. The vibration was unmistakable. "They're beneath us." Edward closed his eyes. "They're too late." "What are you talking about?" "The passengers. They've realized." "Realized what?" "They aren't going home." Noah's expression hardened. "What happens when the train leaves?" Edward didn't answer immediately. Instead, he walked toward an old filing cabinet standing in the corner. The lowest drawer refused to open. He struck it once with his cane. The lock broke. Inside, hundreds of yellowed passenger records, each neatly arranged, each carrying a small black and white photograph. Noah picked up the first file. Margaret Ellis. Boarded train number 9. October 17, 1976. Destination: unknown. Status: never arrived. He grabbed another. James Holloway. Boarded, never arrived. Another. Every file ended exactly the same way. Never arrived. No destination. No explanation. No final report. At the very bottom of the cabinet, one folder looked different. It wasn't yellow. It was almost new. Its cover read, Daniel Brooks. Noah opened it immediately. Inside, only one photograph. Daniel standing beside platform 9. The timestamp read, October 17th. Last year. Beneath the photograph, a handwritten sentence. If you are reading this, notes. Then 3 short ones. Edward suddenly looked toward the largest control panel. The signal. Noah followed his gaze. One of the brass levers, which had remained untouched for decades, was slowly moving by itself. No human hand touched it. Yet it continued. Click, 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 until it locked into a new position. Immediately, the giant railway map covering the wall lit up. Thin red lines spread across the tracks, one after another, like veins filling with blood. Every route remained dark, except one. A single glowing line connected platform 9 to a destination that wasn't marked with any town, any city, or any station. Only one word: return. Noah stepped closer. There wasn't a line here a second ago. There never is, Edward whispered. It only appears when the train is preparing to leave. The clock above the control board suddenly rang. One sharp bell. Noah looked up. 2:42 a.m. Only 6 minutes remained. The whistle echoed again. This time, from somewhere beneath the floor, followed by another sound. Footsteps. Running. Not one person. Several. The heavy wooden floor trembled. Someone, or several people, were running directly underneath the signal room. Noah knelt, pressed one hand against the old floorboards. The vibration was unmistakable. They're beneath us. Edward closed his eyes. They're too late. What are you talking about? The passengers. They've realized. Realized what? They aren't going home. Noah's expression hardened. What happens when the train leaves? Edward didn't answer immediately. Instead, he walked toward an old filing cabinet standing in the corner. The lowest drawer refused to open. He struck it once with his cane. The lock broke. Inside, hundreds of yellowed passenger records, each neatly arranged, each carrying a small black and white photograph. Noah picked up the first file. Margaret Ellis. Boarded train number 9. October 17, 1976. Destination unknown. Status never arrived. He grabbed another. James Holloway. Boarded, never arrived. Another. Every file ended exactly the same way. Never arrived. No destination. No explanation. No final report. At the very bottom of the cabinet, one folder looked different. It wasn't yellow. It was almost new. Its cover read, Daniel Brooks. Noah opened it immediately. Inside, only one photograph. Daniel standing beside platform 9. The timestamp read, October 17th. Last year. Beneath the photograph, a handwritten sentence. If you are reading this, I failed. Noah's breathing slowed. There was more. I found where the passengers go. I found who chooses them. But I made one mistake. I trusted the station master. The final sentence had been written in a hurry. The handwriting became uneven, as though Daniel had been interrupted. If Noah ever comes here, tell him not to look behind. The sentence ended. No period. No signature. Nothing. Edward slowly stepped backward. Noah. He pointed toward the wall behind him. Noah didn't turn. What is it? Edward's voice shook. Please, don't move. Noah remained perfectly still. He could feel it. Someone standing directly behind him, close enough to hear him breathe. A calm voice spoke beside his ear. So, you finally found his file. Noah spun around. His flashlight beam swept across the room. Empty. No one. Then, a reflection caught his attention. The large mirror hanging above the control board. Inside the mirror, someone was standing behind him. A man wearing a dark railway uniform. Cap pulled low over his face. White gloves. Smiling. Noah turned in. Chapter 1, Part 9. The door that should never open. The room fell silent. Noah's hand tightened around the flashlight. His heart recognized the voice immediately. Daniel. Not almost. Not similar. Exactly Daniel. Every pause, every breath, every word. It was the same voice Noah had worked beside for 12 years. Outside the steel door, Daniel spoke again. Noah, if you can hear me, don't believe anything Elias tells you. Edward slowly shook his head. No, it's happening again. Noah looked at him. What do you mean again? Edward swallowed. Last year, I heard the same voice. You were here? Edward nodded. I tried to stop Daniel. He didn't listen. What happened? He opened the door. Silence. And Edward lowered his eyes. When the room was empty again, Daniel was gone. Noah stared at the heavy steel door. The knocking stopped. Instead, someone quietly slid an envelope beneath the narrow gap. It stopped beside Noah's boot. Fresh paper. Perfectly white. Impossible in a place forgotten for half a century. He picked it up. Across the front. Only one sentence. For Detective Noah Carter, he opened it. Inside, a single photograph. His breathing stopped. The picture showed Daniel Brooks. Alive. Standing inside this very signal room. He was smiling. Behind him. Noah counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, all wearing old railway uniforms. Every one of them had their faces crossed out with black ink, except one. The man standing directly beside Daniel. Elias. Someone had written beneath the photograph. He chooses one every year. Noah turned the picture over. Another message. Written in Daniel's handwriting. If you're reading this, I'm still alive, but don't come looking for me. The final words were scratched so deeply into the paper that they almost tore through it. He's watching. Noah immediately looked around the room. Every corner, every shadow, nothing. Yet, the uncomfortable feeling returned. Someone was studying every movement he made. Then, the old security monitor mounted above the control panel suddenly flickered to life. One screen, then another, then every monitor in the room. Black and white images filled the displays. Platform 9. The waiting room. The ticket office. The underground tunnel. Every camera was working. Even though electricity had supposedly failed decades ago. One monitor caught Noah's attention. Platform 9. The train was still waiting. Its doors remained open. But the platform was empty. Every passenger had disappeared. Only the conductor remained. Standing perfectly still beside the locomotive. Looking directly into the camera. Slowly, the conductor raised his right hand. Then pointed. Not toward the train. Toward the station entrance. Another monitor switched on automatically. The station entrance appeared. Someone was walking inside. Tall, broad shoulders, long dark coat. The camera image blurred for a moment. Then sharpened again. Noah's heartbeat accelerated. The man entering the station was Noah. Same face, same clothes, same flashlight, even the same FBI badge clipped to his belt. The duplicate Noah paused beneath the station clock, looked directly into the camera, then smiled. Edward stumbled backward. It found another one. Noah never took his eyes off the screen. "What is that?" Edward answered without hesitation. "It isn't asking anymore. It has chosen." The duplicate Noah continued walking through the station. Another camera picked him up. Then another. Each monitor showed him getting closer to platform 9. Closer to the waiting train. Closer to the conductor. The conductor removed his cap. Bowed respectfully. As if greeting an old friend. Then, the duplicate Noah climbed aboard train number 9. The train whistle echoed through every monitor at once. The locomotive released a slow cloud of white steam. The departure bell rang. 1 time. 2 times. 3. Noah instinctively checked his watch. 2:45 a.m., only 3 minutes remained. Suddenly, every monitor filled with static. The images disappeared. Only one screen remained clear. It showed the inside of the last passenger carriage. A man sat alone beside the window, his face hidden beneath a dark hat. The train slowly began to move. The man lifted his head. Noah's blood turned cold. It was Daniel. He wasn't tied up. He wasn't injured. He wasn't trying to escape. He simply looked out of the window, straight into the camera. Then, very slowly, he shook his head, once, as if warning Noah not to follow. The screen went black. At that exact moment, the entire signal room shook violently. Dust rained from the ceiling. Somewhere above them, train number 9 had begun to move, and Noah realized something terrifying. Chapter 1, Part 10. The last 2 minutes the room shook again. A deep metallic rumble rolled through the walls. Dust drifted from the ceiling, somewhere directly above. Thousands of pounds of steel had begun to move. Train number 9 was leaving. Noah looked at his watch. 2:46 a.m., 2 minutes. Only 2. He grabbed Daniel's file and pushed it inside his coat. We're going back. Edward didn't move. No. Noah looked at him. What do you mean? No? If you go back to platform 9 now, you'll miss the only chance you've ever had. Noah's patience was fading. My partner is on that train. Edward slowly raised the blue lantern. And if he's not? Silence. Noah didn't answer. Edward stepped toward the giant railway map. His trembling hand rested on the glowing route marked Return. I've spent 50 years asking the wrong question. What question? Where does the train go? He looked directly into Noah's eyes. The real question is, where does it come from? Those words lingered in the silent room. For the first time, Noah stopped thinking like a detective chasing a suspect. Instead, he began thinking like an investigator solving a pattern. Every witness had spoken about the train. Every report described the passengers. Every newspaper focused on the disappearance. No one, not a single investigator, had ever asked where the train had started its journey. Before he could speak, the telegraph machine suddenly burst into life again. Click, 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 click. This time, the message was much longer. The machine struck the metal arm faster and faster. Edward listened carefully. His face slowly lost every trace of color. What is it? Noah asked. Edward whispered only 3 words. They changed it. Changed what? The destination. Immediately, every red line on the railway map shifted. The glowing route no longer ended at Return. Instead, it slowly extended farther. Beyond every marked station. Beyond the edge of the map itself. Until the final light stopped beneath a location that had never existed before. No name. Only a symbol. A black circle. Drawn by hand. Noah stared at it. What is that? Edward stepped backward. I've never seen that before. But you worked here. I know. The old engineer sounded genuinely frightened. That shouldn't be there. A loud whistle echoed through the tunnel, closer than before. The blue lantern flickered violently. Then, every clock inside the signal room stopped. All at once, Noah checked his wristwatch. Its second hand had frozen. 2:46. The battery hadn't died. Time itself seemed to have paused. Then, footsteps, not running, walking. Heavy boots approached from the corridor outside. 1, 2, 3. Each step slow, confident. The footsteps stopped outside the locked steel door. No knock, no voice, only silence. Then, a key slid into the lock. Edward's eyes widened. Impossible. That key was destroyed. The lock turned. Once. Twice. With a loud metallic click, the door slowly opened. A man entered. Dark railway uniform. Perfectly polished boots. White gloves. Station master's cap tucked beneath one arm. Elias. But something had changed. For the first time, Noah could see his eyes clearly. They weren't threatening. They weren't cruel. They were exhausted. Like someone who hadn't slept in decades. Elias quietly closed the door behind him, then looked at Noah. The train is leaving. I know. If you stay here, you'll lose him. Noah's jaw tightened. And if I go? Elias remained silent for several seconds. Finally, he answered, you'll lose someone else. Noah stepped closer. I'm done with riddles. Then listen carefully. Elias reached into his coat. Noah instinctively rested one hand on his holstered pistol. Instead of a weapon, Elias removed an old black and white photograph. He placed it on the control desk. Noah looked down. The image showed Platform 9, taken in 1976. 47 passengers stood beside the train. Railway staff lined the platform. Families waved goodbye. Everything appeared perfectly ordinary, until Noah noticed the far left corner. Standing beside the station clock was a small boy, no older than 10, watching the train instead of his family. The photograph was blurry, but not blurry enough. Noah recognized the boy. He looked up at Elias, then back at the picture, then whispered, "That's you." Elias nodded. "I never boarded the train. I never left the station. I've been waiting here ever since." The room fell silent. Noah suddenly realized something that none of the files, none of the witness statements, none of the newspaper articles had ever mentioned. Everyone had been searching for the passengers. No one had ever searched for the child who was left behind. Outside. ART1. THE man. WHO never left. The whistle faded. Then, everything became quiet. Not the peaceful kind of silence. The kind that makes every small sound feel dangerous. Noah looked at Elias. For the first time since entering Ashcroft Station, he stopped seeing him as a suspect. Instead, he saw a man carrying 50 years of unanswered questions. "You said you never left." Elias nodded. "I couldn't." "Why?" "I was told someone had to stay." "By who?" Elias didn't answer. Instead, he picked up train was delayed. Passengers became impatient. My father kept checking his watch. He looked frightened. Not nervous. Frightened. Elias slowly turned the photograph over. On the back, someone had written, "If train 9 ever returns, don't let it leave full. Asterisk, asterisk." Noah stared at the sentence. Who wrote this? My father. When? About 10 minutes before departure. The room suddenly felt colder. Noah remembered something. The conductor. He said the train always leaves. Elias gave a faint smile. He wasn't lying. Then why write this? Because my father already knew. Knew what? Elias looked directly into Noah's eyes. The train always leaves. But it never leaves with the same passengers. Silence. Those words settled heavily inside Noah's mind. What does that mean? It means someone always stays behind, and someone new always replaces them. Noah felt a chill spread across his shoulders. He reached into his pocket, pulled out the folded paper titled, "The List of 7. His own name remained the only one not crossed out. He slowly unfolded it across the control desk. Elias looked at it, then quietly sighed. So, it finally chose you. You know this list? I've seen dozens. How many? One every year. Noah frowned. Every year. Elias nodded. Sometimes a police officer, sometimes a journalist, sometimes a railway worker, sometimes just an ordinary traveler. They all receive a reason to come here. They all believe they're investigating something. And then, they disappear. Noah immediately asked, "Who chooses them?" Elias slowly shook his head. "I've spent 50 years trying to answer that. And I still don't know." A sudden burst of static erupted from the old station radio. The voice of the conductor echoed through every speaker. Final departure. 2 minutes. Edward's face turned pale. No, he never makes 2 announcements. What does that mean? Noah asked. Edward answered without taking his eyes off the speaker. "It means someone hasn't boarded." The lights flickered. Once. Twice. Then, every brass lever inside the signal room moved by itself. Clack, clack, clack. One after another. Almost 50 heavy railway levers shifted into new positions. No human hand touched them. The underground tracks trembled. Somewhere outside, a massive steel gate slowly opened. A deep wind rushed through the tunnel, carrying something unexpected. Music. Very faint. Someone was playing an old piano. A slow, beautiful melody. Noah listened carefully. "I've heard that before." Edward looked at him. "Where?" Noah's eyes widened. "Daniel used to whistle this tune." The room became silent. Edward whispered. Then he found the piano hall. "What piano hall?" Edward didn't answer. Instead, he grabbed the blue lantern. "We're leaving, Elias. You come too." The station master remained beside the control desk. "No, I can't." "Why?" "I crossed the 1976. Noah stared at the faded stripe. It looked completely ordinary. Just old paint. Nothing more. Yet, every instinct told him it was anything but ordinary. The mysterious piano melody continued echoing through the tunnel. One note at a time. Slow, patient, almost inviting. Edward lifted the lantern higher. If Daniel is alive, that's where we'll find him. Noah checked his watch. It had started moving again. 2:48 a.m. The second hand ticked once, then stopped. Exactly 1 minute before train number 9 was supposed to disappear forever. Without another word, Noah stepped over the faded white line. The instant his boot touched the other side, every light in the tunnel went out. The piano stopped playing, and somewhere, very close in the dark, Part 2. The piano hall. The laughter lasted only a second. Then, silence. Not a single drip of water. Not a single breath. Even the air itself seemed to freeze. Noah slowly turned toward the darkness. Who's there? No answer. Only the faint smell of old wood and cold iron. Edward raised the blue lantern. Its strange flame illuminated only a few feet ahead. Everything beyond that remained hidden. We're not alone anymore, Edward whispered. Noah kept walking. Every step echoed differently now. The tunnel floor had changed. Stone had become polished marble. The rough underground passage had transformed into a long corridor. Portraits lined both walls. Old black and white photographs inside heavy wooden frames. Families, railway workers, children, passengers. Noah paused. Every portrait shared one strange detail. Someone had carefully scratched out a single face. Not every face, just one. One missing face in every photograph. As if someone had been erased from history. Edward stopped beside the nearest frame. He didn't look surprised. They always do this. Who? I still don't know. Noah leaned closer. Beneath one photograph, a brass plaque carried a date. October 17th, 1984. Another, October 17th, 1991. Another, October 17th, 2007. Every photograph had been taken on the same day. Every year, October 17th. The same night, the same station. Noah suddenly noticed something. One frame at the end of the corridor was empty. No photograph, only a blank piece of black velvet. A small brass plate beneath it read, October 17th, 2026. His heartbeat slowed. The picture hasn't been taken yet. Edward quietly answered. Not yet. Noah stared at the empty frame. A cold thought crossed his mind. Someone was expecting another photograph to be added tonight. But who would be missing from it? The piano melody began again. Closer this time. No longer distant. Only a few rooms away. Edward turned toward a pair of tall wooden doors. Gold letters had almost faded from the surface. Piano hall, the doors stood slightly open. Warm yellow light escaped through the narrow gap. Noah slowly pushed one door in abandoned railway station. Crystal chandeliers hung from the ceiling. Hundreds of empty velvet seats stretched toward a small stage. Dust covered everything, except the piano, a magnificent black grand piano. Its polished surface reflected the chandelier light. Someone sat before it, back facing them, wearing a dark gray suit. His fingers moved gently across the keys. The melody filled the enormous hall. Beautiful, peaceful, almost hypnotic. Noah didn't interrupt. He quietly walked closer. The pianist continued playing, as if unaware anyone had entered. Edward suddenly stopped walking. His breathing became uneven. No. His whisper barely escaped his lips. Noah, look at his hands. Noah focused the lantern's light. His eyes narrowed. The pianist had 10 fingers. Perfectly normal. But his reflection in the piano's polished lid showed 12. 2 extra fingers gliding silently across invisible keys. Noah blinked. The reflection returned to normal. 10 fingers. He looked again. 12. Again. 10. It wasn't an illusion. Something about the reflection was changing. Without warning, the pianist stopped playing. The final note echoed through the hall, then faded. Slowly, the man spoke. I wondered how long it would take you. Noah recognized the voice instantly. His pulse jumped. Daniel Brooks. The pianist slowly stood, still facing away. Noah, I told you not to come. His shoulders rose and fell with a tired breath. I was hoping you'd ignore the phone call. Noah took another careful step. Turn around. For several long seconds, Daniel remained perfectly still. Then, very slowly, he turned. Noah's heart pounded. It was Daniel. The same face, the same scar above his left eyebrow, the same wedding ring, the same calm eyes, alive, healthy, not a single injury, not a mark. For one brief moment, the mystery disappeared. Noah smiled. Daniel smiled back. I'm sorry. Noah frowned. For what? Daniel's smile slowly faded. For bringing you here. Before Noah could answer, every chandelier inside the hall exploded at once. Glass rained from the ceiling. The room plunged into darkness. The piano slammed shut by itself. A deep mechanical bell echoed somewhere beneath the stage. Once, twice, 3 times, Edward shouted, "Run!" At that exact moment, a hidden door opened behind the piano, and dozens of footsteps began climbing toward them from below. Chapter 2. Chapter 2. PART 3. THE people below. The footsteps came slowly, not hurried, not chaotic, measured, one after another, as though every person climbing those stairs had rehearsed the journey countless times before. Noah instinctively drew his pistol. The metallic click echoed through the dark concert hall. expression was gone. Only fear remained. Real fear. They've heard us. Edward hurried toward the stage. We don't have time. He grabbed Noah's sleeve. Holster the weapon. Noah lowered the pistol but didn't return it to its holster. He kept it ready. The footsteps continued. Closer. The blue lantern barely illuminated the front row of empty seats. Everything beyond that dissolved into darkness. Then, someone stepped out from beneath the stage. An elderly woman. Grey coat. Small leather suitcase. Margaret Ellis. The first passenger Noah had seen leave train number 9. She climbed the last step, paused, then quietly sat in the front row. She folded her hands in her lap, looked toward the empty piano, and smiled. Another passenger appeared, James Holloway. He walked past Noah without making eye contact, sat beside Margaret, then another, the nurse, the soldier, the elderly couple, the little girl holding the stuffed rabbit. One by one, every passenger from train number 9 entered the concert hall. None of them spoke. None of them even glanced at Noah. They simply found their seats, as if waiting for a performance. 50 people were seated, perfectly still, perfectly silent. The little girl looked over her shoulder. She recognized Noah immediately. Without changing her expression, she lifted one finger to her lips. A silent warning, don't speak. Noah felt the room grow colder. Daniel, what are they waiting for? Daniel answered without looking away from the audience. They're waiting for the concert. What concert? The last one. Edward whispered. It always starts before departure. Noah frowned. There wasn't any concert mentioned in the station records. Daniel gave a faint smile. There are many things missing from the station records. The hall lights suddenly flickered. Not electric lights. Candles. Hundreds of candles lining the walls ignited one after another. Tiny flames spread through the darkness. The room glowed with warm golden light. At the far end of the stage, a heavy velvet curtain slowly began to rise. No machinery, no visible ropes. It simply lifted. Behind it stood another room, smaller, older. Its walls were covered entirely by clocks, pocket watches, grandfather clocks, railway clocks, mantle clocks, hundreds of them. Every clock showed the same time, 2:17. Not 1 minute more, not 1 minute less. Tick, tick, tick. They all began moving together. The synchronized rhythm echoed through the hall. Noah's pulse unconsciously matched the sound. Tick, tick, tick. Daniel stepped closer. Don't listen to them for too long. Why? They change the way you remember time. Before Noah could ask another question, a chair scraped loudly across the wooden floor. Someone had stood up. The little girl. She calmly walked onto the stage, still holding the stuffed rabbit. She stopped in front of the grand piano, turned toward the audience, then quietly said, "My ticket was never checked." Silence. No one reacted. She repeated it. "My ticket was never checked." From somewhere behind the stage, a deep voice Daniel whispered, "Don't look behind the curtain." Naturally, Noah did. The second room was no longer empty. A man stood among the hundreds of clocks. Tall, broad shoulders, long black coat. His face remained hidden in shadow. But Noah noticed something impossible. Every clock in the room ticked in perfect rhythm, except the one the man carried in his hand. Its second hand moved backward, 1 second at a time. Backward, backward, backward. The mysterious man lifted his head slightly. Though Noah couldn't see his face, he somehow knew. The man was staring directly at him. Then, the stranger spoke. Calm, deep, almost gentle. "Detective Carter, you've already solved half the mystery." A pause. "But you've asked the wrong question." Noah stepped toward the stage. "What question should I ask?" The man slowly raised the strange clock. Its hands continued spinning backward. "You keep asking. Who disappeared?" Another pause. The candles flickered. The passengers remained perfect. Chapter 2, Part 4. The man WHO returned. The whistle echoed beneath the floor. Long, deep, ancient. The shattered clock faces lay scattered across the stage. Tiny pieces of glass reflected the candlelight like frozen stars. Noah never looked away from the stranger standing beyond the curtain. "Who returned?" he asked. The man didn't answer immediately. Instead, he slowly lifted the strange pocket watch. Its hands continued moving backward. Tick, tick, tick. Each backward second made the air inside the hall feel heavier. Daniel suddenly grabbed Noah's shoulder. "We have to leave." "No." Noah kept staring at the stranger. "I'm done chasing shadows. I want answers." The stranger smiled. "You think answers will help you? They won't. They never do." Edward stepped between Noah and the stage. "You shouldn't have shown yourself." The stranger looked at Edward almost sympathetically. "I didn't. He invited me." Noah frowned. "What does that mean?" The stranger pointed toward Noah's coat pocket. "The badge." Noah instinctively reached inside his coat. Daniel's FBI badge. The one thrown across the tunnel only minutes earlier. It felt warm, warmer than before. He slowly removed it. The polished metal reflected the candlelight. Then, without warning, the engraved initials disappeared. The letters reshaped themselves before Noah's eyes. DB changed into NC Noah Carter. His heartbeat stopped. "This isn't Daniel's badge." The stranger nodded. "It never was." Daniel quietly closed his eyes. "I was hoping you'd never notice." Noah looked at him. "What are you talking about?" Daniel finally met his eyes. "Ashcroft doesn't create ghosts. It creates replacements." Silence. Noah searched Daniel's face. Every expression, every movement, every breath. Nothing looked false. Nothing looked unnatural. Yet, something about him suddenly felt distant, as though Noah were looking at a memory instead of a man. "You've changed." Daniel smiled sadly. "I had to." "No, you chose to." Daniel Noah's breathing slowed. What happened the night you disappeared? Daniel looked toward the stranger. He offered me a choice. What choice? Board the train, or stay behind? You stayed. I thought I was protecting everyone. Were you? Daniel didn't answer. His silence was answer enough. A cold draft swept through the concert hall. Every candle leaned toward the stage. Not because of the wind, because someone was walking between them. No footsteps, no shadow, only hundreds of tiny flames bending aside, as though making room for an invisible guest. The passengers noticed. Every head slowly turned, following something Noah couldn't see. Margaret Ellis stood, without speaking. She picked up her suitcase. James Holloway stood beside her. Then the nurse, the soldier, the elderly couple. One by one, every passenger rose to their feet. The little girl hugged her stuffed rabbit, then whispered, "He's here." Noah looked around. Who? Nobody answered. The invisible presence crossed the stage. The grand piano played a single note. No hands touched the keys. Another note, then another. A melody began playing by itself. Slow, beautiful, haunting. Daniel's face turned pale. No, not again. Edward gripped the lantern tightly. He only plays that song when someone is about to return. The stranger standing among the broken clocks lowered his head. You finally learned. Noah stepped toward him. Who are you? The stranger answered calmly. I've had many names. The passengers call me the conductor. The newspapers call me the devil. The police call me a suspect. The railway company pretended I never existed. No name. The stranger smiled. Names only matter to people who leave. The music suddenly stopped. Absolute silence returned. Then, a child laughed. Not the little girl. A different child. Somewhere beneath the stage. Followed by another laugh. Then another. Within seconds, dozens of children's voices echoed beneath the wooden floor. Playing, running,